Good morning. I'm Margaret Summer, and I am too wearing my name tag today. I'm the facilitator of the Welcoming and Participation Circle, the circle that is responsible for welcoming you today. Today, we are inviting you to think with us about what it means to be truly open to one another, to open our hearts in the spirit of radical hospitality, and to live out our covenant that says, quote, to include all people with gratitude for the differences among us, celebrating the richness of our varied perspectives, end quote. So today we'll have something familiar, our hymns, our chalice lighting and meditation, something peculiar, a couple of really funny role plays, something appealing, some very nice music with Galad, something revealing and introspective on seeing one another, something for everyone, a reflection on radical welcoming. Now we're going to have Dana and Yuma Clark lead us in our singing bowl meditation.
Good morning. I invite you to take a deep breath, to come together like this, to open our hearts to each other. In this moment, breathe. Let go of all judgment. Breathe in the love and care of everyone around you, and listen to this sound.
One Sunday morning at coffee hour,
Hey there! You must be new. I'm Hetty. Welcome to the most fantastic place on earth.
Oh, thank you, Hetty. I'm Miguel.
Well, let me show you everything. We've got social justice committees, eco consciousness, knitting circles, and a weekly Zen meditation group. And don't you love my hat and my earrings? They're from the craft fair.
That sounds like a lot.
Oh, we're just getting started. We've got interfaith dialogues, LGBTQ plus support groups, and open mic nights. Congregational dinner. I know you want to offer your house and you want to make the main course.
I was just looking for a welcoming community.
We also have a vegan potluck every Wednesday. We have a poetry slam group that I personally organize. Oh, I know you'll love Zen Buddhist meditation every week. You fit right in.
Actually, I think I left my oven on at home. I should go.
But we haven't even discussed the 7 principles, and I need a volunteer for coffee hour.
I'll be back, baby.
Hello, everyone. I'm Miguel Manalo. I'll be reading a poem called On Seeing and Being Seen by Christy Scharshell. Every day, someone looks at me with conditioned eyes, making wild guess judgments about the length of my hair, the color of my skin, the maker of my shoes, never knowing what is real or who I really am. Once, someone looked at me through a compassionate heart, and all that was invisible was revealed in the light of it. pain, fear, love, hope, fresh wounds and old scars, longing and aspiration, and my own heart smiled under that gentle gaze in the clarity of both seeing and being truly seen.
One Sunday morning at coffee hour.
Hi, hello there. I see your name tag. You must be new. I'm Hetty. I'm delighted to welcome you to our Unitarian Universalist community.
Thank you, Hetty. I'm Miguel.
It's great to meet you. What brings you to our community today?
Well, I grew up Catholic, and lately I've been missing having somewhere to go Sunday mornings.
That's fantastic to hear, Miguel. We do strive to be inclusive and welcoming to all. Is there anything specific you'd like to know or any questions you have about our community?
I don't know much really, but what's been your experience here?
I've been part of this congregation for over 20 years, and I found it to be a place where my family and I can grow spiritually while also engaging in social justice work and connecting with a diverse and caring community. It's been a source of inspiration and support for us all.
Wow, 20 years, that's a long time.
Absolutely, but not to overburden you, we do have various committees working on a wide range of issues, from environmental sustainability to racial justice and LGBTQ plus rights. I could connect you with some folks who could provide more information and help you find a group if that works for you, if that aligns with your interests.
That would be fantastic, Hetty. But I think for now, I want to get a feel for the place, and the people. It's a lot of new stuff.
I can understand that, Miguel. We want you to feel comfortable and at home here. And if you ever have questions or you need someone to talk to, know that our community is a place where we value the journey of each individual.
Thank you, Hetty. I already feel really welcome here.
Hello, I'm Lynn Gliger, and I guess you sort of know the routine by now. I would like to share a thought. Recently, a friend of mine complained she went to church and not one person spoke to her. She said it happened all the time. This reminded me of the many churches I have attended where the minister asked everyone to stand up and greet their neighbor. Sometimes they had to walk across the pew, which meant they had to stand up. This was usually a positive experience. Occasionally it was awkward and reminded me of the times when Mama tells the teenager to thank Grandma for your gift. It just lacked a little. Looking back, everyone in the congregation had interaction with someone. I think we have a much superior method for meeting and greeting, the coffee hour. Friends catch up on weekly happenings and meet new people. However, there may be members, guests, or new people who are standing alone. As you look around the room, it would be nice to extend yourself to these people so they feel seen and included. And there are those who don't go to coffee hour. Visitors especially may feel hesitant. Reverend Sarah often remained in Anderson after the service to be available. To help cover this situation, members of the Welcoming Circle will remain in the sanctuary a few minutes to answer any questions and give well wishes to those leaving. The goal is everyone leaving the service will have had a positive, interactive experience, and no one will say, not a single person talked to me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Bellin, and I'm going to be reading an excerpt from The Prophet by Galil Gibran on talking. And then a scholar said, "Speak of talking," and he answered, saying, "You talk when you cease to be at peace with your thoughts, and when you can no longer dwell in the solitude of your heart, you live in your lips. And sound is a diversion and a pastime, and in much of your talking, thinking is half murdered. For thought is a bird of space, that in a cage of words may indeed unfold its wings, but cannot fly. There are those among you who seek the talkative through fear of being alone. The silence of aloneness reveals to their eyes their naked selves, and they would escape. And there are those who talk and without knowledge or forethought reveal a truth which they themselves do not understand. And there are those who have the truth within them, but they tell it not in words. In the bosom of such as these, the spirit wells in rhythmic silence. When you meet your friend on the road or in the marketplace, let the spirit in you move your lips, direct your tongue. Let the voice within your voice speak to the ear of his ear. For his soul will keep the truth of your heart as the taste of the wine is remembered, when the color is forgotten and the vessel is no more.
I'm Dan Summer, and sadly, I lost my name tag. If anyone finds it, just give me a call. I'm going to read an excerpt from The Art of Hosting, Harvesting Conversations That Matter. All conversations are opportunities for us to connect a little deeper with one another. By far, most of the conversations we host in our lives at work or in the community are conversations with small groups. The following simple processes are offered as quick reference for bringing depth and life to those conversations. We have learned that quality conversations arise when there are 4 conditions present. Number 1 is be present. 2, participate and practice conversations. 3 is host. 4, co-creates. We call these 4 conditions the 4-fold way of hosting because you can practice these anytime. They form the basis for all good hosting. Number 1, be present. Host yourself first. Be willing to sit in the chaos. Keep the space open. Sit in the fire of the presence. Being present means showing up, undistracted, prepared, clear about the need, and what your personal contribution can be. It allows you to check in with yourself and develop the personal practice of curiosity about the outcomes of any gathering. If you are distracted, called out, or otherwise located in many different places, you cannot be present. Collectively, it is good practice to become present together as a meeting begins. This might be as simple as taking a moment of silence to rest into the present, invite a collective slowing down so that all participants in the meeting can be present together. Questions to help you become present. What am I curious about? Where am I feeling anxiety coming into this meeting, and how can I let that go? What clarity do I need? What clarity do I have? Number 2, participate and practice conversation. Be willing to listen fully, respectfully, without judgment, and thinking you already know all the answer. Practice conversation mindfully. Conversation is an art. It is not just talk. It demands that we listen carefully to one another and that we offer what we can in the service of the whole. Curiosity and judgment cannot live together in the same space. If we are judging what we are hearing, we cannot be curious about the outcome. Only by practicing skillful conversation can we find our best practice together. If we practice conversation mindfully, we might slow down meetings so that wisdom and clarity can work quickly. When we talk mindlessly, we don't allow space for the clarity to arise. The art of conversation is the art of slowing down to speed up. Number 3, host conversations. Be courageous, inviting, and willing to initiate conversations that matter. Find and host powerful questions, and then make sure you harvest the answers, the patterns, insights, learnings, and wise actions. Hosting conversations is both more and less than facilitating. It means taking responsibility for creating and holding the container in which a group of people can do their best work together. Hosting conversations takes courage, and it takes a bit of certainty and faith in your group and your people. We sometimes give short shrift to conversational spaces because of the fear we experience in stepping up to host. It is, however, a gift to host a group, and it is a gift to be hosted as well. Number 4, co-create. Be willing to co-create and co-host with others, blending your knowing, experience, and practices with theirs. The 4th practice is about showing up in a conversation without being a spectator and contributing to the collective effort to sustain results. The best conversations arise when we listen for what is in the middle, what is arising out of the center of our collaboration. It is not about the balancing of individual agendas. It is about finding out what is new. This is how results become sustainable over time. They fall into the network of relationships that arise from a good conversation, from friends working together. So contribute what you know to the mix so that patterns may become clear and the collaborative field can produce unexpected and surprising results. Speak truth, speak for what is in the middle, offer what you can, ask for what you need, commit to what you can, and let go.
Radical hospitality. Radical hospitality requires me to be present. It requires that I set aside my ego and my own agenda so I can see the other person. It requires me to be vulnerable, to take down my defenses so that someone has a way in towards me. It requires me to step out of my comfort zone. If I am a big personality, maybe it requires me to become slightly smaller to make room for her. Or if I am a shy personality, maybe it requires me to become bigger so that I can meet him halfway. Radical hospitality is something active, not passive. I think the most important component of hospitality is the creation of a holding environment, a safe space for someone to come into. One way to do that is to make sure we are already doing it here together and with each other. Someone told me about an experience they had had at a congregation. So this is my disclaimer. All the names, characters, businesses, places, events, and incidents in this story have been changed to protect the identity of the persons involved. Any resemblance to actual persons you may know, living or dead, is purely coincidental. Okay, so Abby told me that her friend Jason was having a conversation with another congregant. And in that conversation, Jason mentioned Abby's name in passing. Larry, the other congregant, at that point said, "Abby? Who's that?" Now, Abby doesn't have much of an ego, but she said to me, I've been coming to this place of worship for a number of years now, and I certainly know who Larry is." It seemed to me that she felt some hurt, that she felt like she wasn't being seen. Now, there could be a number of reasons why Larry didn't know who Abby was or didn't know her name, and we are not here to judge Larry, poor Larry. But maybe this example can encourage us to reflect on what it means to really see another person. Is it to know them by their name, or to nod when they walk by and acknowledge their presence? Is it maybe to sit next to someone you don't know at service instead of the same regular folks? How many people here are sitting next to the same people they usually do? Yeah, I do that too. I think most of us do that. So we're poking fun at ourselves today, not because we are an unwelcoming place, but because radical welcoming requires a consciousness, an awareness that is more active than passive. And as our circle examines ways to be more welcoming, we invite you to be active with us and to share your stories and hopes about the space we create here together. So please talk to any of us if you have ideas or if you want to share your thoughts. Okay, so one more skit and we promise this is the last one. Okay? One Sunday morning at coffee hour. May we go forth to coffee hour with open circles like embracing arms, with curious hearts, and with the intention to truly see one another. Let's make it happen.